Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a nice day and happy new year. What better way to start the new year with a what's sold video. These 12 items I'm going to show you sold fast or for a lot of money. These were all sourced from thrift stores or garage sales. Put your bolo hat on and let's get started. First one I want to show you guys here is this women's Lululemon leggings. Of course, if you're familiar with higher end clothing, Lululemon is definitely something to be on the lookout for. This logo right here. So if you see this little horseshoe logo, it's definitely a Lululemon and you want to definitely pick it up. Now, there is some fakes, so you can definitely feel the difference in the texture. These leggings right here cost me at a thrift store about $5 and I flipped them for $32.99. So definitely an awesome profit, and they sold pretty fast. Took about a week and a half to 2 weeks to sell. I found more since then, so Lululemon is definitely something to be on the lookout for when you're looking for clothing at a thrift store. This vintage 1991 Beauty and the Beast snow globe, I did get a garage sale. I bought a whole bunch of snow globes, Rotters magazines, I think all for like about $100 or so. I have since sold almost all the Rotters magazines and also a few snow globes. This one sold for $75. There was some flaws to it and they were disclosed. I'm hoping it's gonna get there safe. It hasn't arrived yet as the recording of this video. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow, so I'm a little bit nervous. Hopefully it arrived fine, but I did pack it, bubble wrap it to the you-know-what. Hopefully it ends up arriving fine. Definitely something to consider when you're buying something fragile like this is that way you're gonna pack it. You don't just want to buy it and then the day of you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna ship this? Definitely have the supplies in hand if you're planning to buy something that's fragile. This Atari 5200 I've had for years. So years ago I bought this at a garage sale, I want to say for like $5, and it did come with the cords and everything. The reason I'm selling it for parts by itself is because one of the ports, this one right here, was shot. So because of that, I decided to not sell it as a lot and just part it out. And it actually sold for $40. So it did work and everything. I even have a screenshot of the screen working right there. So someone sent me a message saying that, you know, does it turn on? Does it play games? And I showed them the last picture of the listing and they said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice that. And they bought it right away. It sold very fast. Just so you guys know, the RF cable and also the power cord sell for a good amount of money for the 5200. So if you're out in a garage sale and you see one, I would definitely pick up Atari 5200s because they're worth some money. This one right here was a pretty nice flip. US Navy Flying Cross blazer. I did get it at a thrift store local to my city. At the time, they were having like a crazy sale on clothing. Most clothing was $1. This one they charged me $2 because it was a blazer. Listed it and I sold it for $60 fast. It sold the same day within the hour. It was crazy. It's going international and I'm very happy. I mean, $2 into 60 is a very, very nice flip. Definitely a military type of blazer. Pick it up because it's worth some money. This is another piece of clothing. Pants. So these BMW Motorrad summer pants I picked up at a garage sale for about $2 or $5. I think $5 because I told them they were stained. They wanted 10, I think, originally. And with the stain and all, it still sold for $90. No pads included in the pants and everything, and it still sold for $90. These were pretty cool because they convert into a short. They're like zip off on the knee. So very, very cool pants. Definitely going to keep an eye out for more of these out in the garage sale season when it comes up. So very happy with the sale. $90 is no joke, guys. So definitely keep an lookout for some of these clothes. Be right back. This was an estate sale pickup, picked up for $8 at the estate sale. Also bought an Atari and also bought Transformers stuff. It was crazy. It was a crazy sale. Make sure you check the video out if you haven't. This camera was $8 and I flipped it for $149.99. Sold the same day within the same hour. So Canon PowerShot is definitely a bolo to be on the lookout for. Not all of them sell for this amount. Certain ones do, but power shots you tend to do pretty well. You can at least get like 40 to 50 on most of them, and the higher end ones, of course, you get more dime for your buck. Now you do have to test it, make sure it works, make sure the flash goes off. This one's been shipped and been delivered for over a month now, so I'm sure there's no problems. Very nice flip, and I'm going to be definitely keeping an eye out for more Canon power shots. I gotta have more. Another bolo to be on the lookout for is Texas Instruments TI-84 Plus Silver Edition. This one I picked up at a garage sale for $5. It was crazy because in the same sale I bought a binder full of Pokemon cards. Very nice video. And with these calculators, you definitely want to show it showing a graph, because that's the main purpose of them buying it, is that it can graph. I made sure to include that picture, and it sold pretty fast the next day. It didn't sell same day, sold the next day. Full price of $32.99. So very happy with that sale. This Intellivision has been sitting in my death pile for years, and I think I recall it getting it for like like 50 bucks or something like that. Another console to even. So I made a ton of profit on it already. And I have 2 more boxed and television consoles, so I thought I'd get rid of this one. The box was fairly in nice condition, a couple extra Intellivision games to throw in. I sold it for $109.99 internationally. And I'm very happy. Of course, all these listings, buyer paid shipping, so I don't pay shipping. So what you're seeing is the gross income, and then of course shipping on top. So very happy with the sale. Intellivisions tend to do pretty well. There's a super Intellivision that does way better than this one. I haven't found one of those yet, so hopefully I find that. But if you do find an Intellivision, don't be bummed, because they can be worth some money, especially if they come with the original box. The only reason I included this is here is because this was part of that drama video I had where the guy wanted to steal my find. Since then, I've sold all 3 games for about this price that I picked up at that sale, $31.99 each, around there. Just when you're in the garage sales, be sure that you're safe and make sure that you know that if there is competition, respect your competition, because I mean, you don't want people treating you bad or stealing your find. So if you go do something to someone, they can do it back to you. So just remember that. Always be nice and friendly. That's basically one of the mementos I live by, is be friendly and nice. And this one was just a bad experience, but still ended up profiting from it. So definitely would have picked this up again, just could have done without the drama. Another clothing piece, this is a Levi's 511. Now this one right here sold for $29.99, and there's a reason why. So if you see right here, it says Big E. At first, as a new seller, I did not know what Big E meant. So what Big E means is right here on the Levi's tag, see the letter E is big. Nowadays, Levi's has a lowercase e. So if you see a Big E on a pant, it's something to be on the lookout for. Buyers will pay a premium for that. If you have a pair of jeans and it has a Big E, make sure you look up the style, and it might be worth a couple extra bucks. They sold for $29.99, and I think I got it for about $5 at a thrift store. This one was part of a huge garage sale buy. I bought a ton of DVDs and a couple keyboards. This is one out of the 2. I think I spent $120 at that garage sale, and I've since then sold both keyboards for about this price. So almost my money back there, and I obviously made more money on the DVDs and stuff. But this Keychron K4 version 2 sold for $48.49. I sent out offers 10%. It was sitting in my store for like a couple weeks, so I was like, you know what, it's time to get rid of this. Now I've learned a little bit more about keyboards on the lookout for. If I see any more of these, I'll be definitely picking them up. Second to last listing, this one right here is the Nightmares jersey from Disney Parks. This one I sold twice. The first time it sold about right before Halloween, and then they returned it. So they probably rented my jersey, I think, and then returned it to me. But since then I relisted it, and it sold for $31.49. Again, I sent 10% offers and someone bought it. There's no returns this time. I think I picked up this t-shirt for $1. Disney Parks is something to be on the lookout for, especially if it's vintage. If you see made in USA, it's definitely going to be worth a good amount of more. This one I've had so many, started listing them. All of them I've listed it for about $94.99. 3 out of the 4 I've listed I've sold. It sold for $94.99. I was super tempted to send offers, but what I'm trying to do now is a rule of thumb. You know, let it sit for 4 or 5 days, then send out offers. Because if you send offers the first day, it might sell. You could get more bang for your buck if you actually wait. Sometimes I play the wait game, especially for video game stuff, because usually video game stuff flips pretty fast. Anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video. Let me know in the comments below if you had any recent sales that surprised you, and let me know if you found any bolos that I did not mention in this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys.